Alright, Alphas, what is going on? Welcome back, or welcome to the channel if you're new. Today, something a bit different, right? We are going to, of course, resume our XG 3 Meals a Day series tomorrow, right? But I don't have as much time today, unfortunately. Plus, I am setting some stuff up behind the scenes, doing some things. But today, I wanted to rank all of the XG tracks that are currently out. Now, I am not including any of their EDM stuff. This is just their regular tracks. We have 16 in total, which is crazy, right? Because 14 of those 16 tracks have music videos, which is nuts. So, of course, we have, you know, Tippy Toes, Mascara, Shooting Star, Left Right, Girl Gang, you know, TGIF, Woke Up, Howling, Something Ain't Right, If You Know You Know, Undefeated, New Dance, Winter Without You, Puppet Show, In the Rain, and Is This Love? Now, I am someone who absolutely loves XG, therefore, what you'll see in this tier maker is that there is no bad, to me, there is no bad XG tracks, right? Or even male ones. There is simply good to obsessed. Now, obsessed is interesting because obsessed can change, right? Obsessed can go, it can go from being a banger to just, bro, I'm just obsessed with it. So, with that in mind, let's start off with Tippy Toes. Now, Tippy Toes, of course, debut track for XG is, you know, looking back on it, so different from what they would obviously transition to with their music, in particular from Shooting Star onward, right? So I think Tippy Toes and Mascara in particular are, you know, very interesting in terms of like being a certain point in XG's, you know, career, early career, where that's like, you're like, wow, these are the same. This is the same group doing all this crazy stuff over here, and then doing like more K-pop adjacent type of tracks, really, right? Like I could easily see Tippy Toes and Mascara being K-pop tracks. So that's pretty interesting. But Tippy Toes, to me, is probably honestly going to be in the strong category. I think it's strong, right? I think it's a strong track, and I think if a K-pop group did it, it would be like one of their best tracks, honestly. But I love the choreo. I think the choreo's great. I think, you know, the vocals, of course, with Chisa and Juria. You got Harvey and Coconut just killing it, right, in the rapping game there. But also, you know, Tippy Toes is interesting because the girls called their shot. The girls said, we're going for the Crown Group masterpiece. They said, you ain't seen nothing yet. We're on the rise. And they said, we ain't here to play, we're here to dominate. And so I think that's why even more that it deserves to be in the strong category, because, yeah, they are constantly proving why the lyrics that, you know, were in that are correct. Plus, it's a banger. No, it's strong, though. It is strong. I enjoy it. I don't listen to it as much as some of these other ones, for sure. But it is strong. Next up, Mascara. Now, Mascara is tough for me because I think it has one of the weaker chorus moments. The cry if you want to, or cry if I want to. It's my party, I'll cry if I want to. That just doesn't hit for me as much. However, in the same vein, they also have, again, fantastic vocals with Juria and Chisa. You get to have a little rap with Coconut, right? And the choreo, while not my favorite, is fun. It's fun to watch, right? So this is going to go in the good category. It's good. It's good. It's just not strong. It's not a banger, and I'm not obsessed with it. So as you will. Now, okay. Now we're starting to really get, though, into interesting territory. Shooting Star, probably along with Left Right, I would say, at least, seems to be some of the most listened to tracks of XG, right? And not just from me, but on YouTube and on Spotify. Spotify in particular, both of those have over 100 million listens on Spotify. And I think in terms of NVs anyway, I don't know where Left Right is as of this recording, but, like Shooting Star is still like their number one most watched music video. So, without a doubt, default, it goes into banger. But here's the thing. Now, again, obsessions are different, right? Because I'm not totally obsessed with it right now. I was before. I was listening to it nonstop before. It is a certified banger, though. It is a certified banger. I'm just not obsessed with it at the moment. Now, that could change. That could definitely change. Whenever I decide to update this list, which honestly will probably be once XG has more tracks, probably double the tracks. I'm talking at least like if we have 16, 32. So probably won't be for a while before I update this list, and then I'll probably re-listen to it and see where I'm at. But they are a certified banger with Shooting Star. Now, Left Right, your boy's obsessed with. Left Right is incredible, right? Because I feel like it is the peak of their R&B stuff so far. It is crazy how much it captures that, classic R&B aesthetic, right? Classic, like, vintage, almost, R&B aesthetic. And in the track, in the music video is so well edited, too. The transitions are crazy. Like, rewatching that MV and just how the transitions alone is ridiculous. Also, the fits, right? You get the girls singing fantastically. They've got more of a melodic rap style, which I'm more of a fan of. So I am obsessed, absolutely, with Left Right. Okay. I think after Left Right, it was Girl Gang was their next release, if I'm not mistaken. Now, Girl Gang is cool because I think people, when I started listening to Girl Gang, right after my first listen to it and I listened to it more, I was like, okay, this is good, but it's not like Woke Up to me, right? It's not like Even Howling. But then as I listened to it more, I'm like, oh man, you know what I didn't realize? It never connected to me that we've got Hinata rapping on this track, right? Like, Hinata raps more on this track than she does Woke Up, I think this is I think Girl Gang has Hinata, in particular, rapping the most of any track that she's done yet, which is really cool to see. I love the pre-chorus, right? The choreo is killer with the chairs. That's crazy. I love the MV. It looks awesome. It's like the beginning of the sort of really like crazy visuals that you would see obviously later on. It's not a banger for me though, right? It is strong, and I probably will put it above Tippy Toes. It is very strong, but it's not quite there. Like, I'm not listening to it as much as I am some of these other tracks, for example. Okay, now here's where, in terms of like what came out first, because I was like, I'll do chronological order, and then I was like, that's not gonna work because your boy doesn't remember, and I don't want to mess the flow up by trying to look up, what tracks came after. So we'll just follow this. We'll say TGIF. Okay, TGIF, man. TGIF for me is probably in the good category. It is I'd probably put it above Mascara. I don't really listen to it that much. It just doesn't hit for me as much as like a lot of these other tracks do. And don't get me wrong, like, the choreo is great, right? There's some really, like, cool and fantastic vocal and rap moments. And some of the fits are pure XG. Like, I feel like that, if anything else, the fits in TGIF are some of the most XG fits, right? But it is just good to me. It is not strong, it's not a banger, we're not, I'm not going crazy over it. I think the most I actually listen to it is when I'm watching other people do XG reactions on my own. Not really that much, so it's one of the least played tracks. Oh, Woke Up. Man, that's tough because Woke Up was the first track I ever listened to, right? From XG. And it is some of the, looking back on it, obviously, now that I'm more familiar with the girls and their discography so far, and their personalities and stuff like that, it's really pretty crazy, especially iconic for Coconut shaving her head. I mean, that's one of the most iconic moments. Other than that, they're all doing some form of rap, whether it's more of like a melodic style. The music video is still one of their craziest, like, just big production things I've seen, right? And it's really fun. I'm gonna probably put this in a banger. I'm not obsessed with it, right? I was at first. Again, similar to Shooting Star, I was very obsessed with it. But it's died down a bit for me, but it's still like, man, if you put this on, hooey. Now, Winter Without You. Wow. Winter Without You is just perfect. It's just great in every fashion. I love it. I'm obsessed with it, like, for sure. The question is, am I more obsessed with it than Left Right? And I don't think I am. I think I'm still more obsessed with Left Right than I am with maybe any other XG track so far, but it is close. It's like a close second to Left Right. Man, like, it's like they created like I said, a perfect R&B winter Christmas track. You know what I mean? It's like, damn. And let me tell you something. I'll be playing Winter Without You on the Christmas playlist pretty much every year going forward. I don't know if there's ever going to be a time where I don't have it on the Christmas list, because it's the type of Christmas. I want more of that. I want more of that type of Christmas music. All right. Puppet Show. Ooh, now see, Puppet Show was kind of a sleeper for me, because while I enjoyed it at first, I was like, okay, this is pretty good, but I'm not like going crazy over it. Then the more I listened to it, I'm like, ooh, no, ooh, this is hitting in a way that I was not expecting. So for me, Puppet Show is probably a banger. It depends, right? Because there are some times, I'm not gonna lie, where it sneaks its way into the obsession category, where your boy ends up being a tad obsessed with it. But for now, we're gonna leave it in banger. And like I said, that could change. I could decide, that it is an obsession at some point. Ooh, now New Dance. New Dance is an obsession. New Dance, I've been obsessed with New Dance. It's crazy because kind of similar to Puppet Show, I was like, okay, this is a fun summer vibe type of track, right? And then the more I listen to it, I'm like, no, this is like, again, it's like a perfect summer vibe track. It's similar to Winter Without You. It's just a fun, man, I just love it. I've been listening to it so much. And the obsession thing, here's the obsession thing. Right, the obsession thing really comes into play when I actively go out and look for reactions to these tracks. So the top three, I'm always like, okay, let me see people's reactions to these first and foremost before all else. Okay. Next up, Undefeated. Man, it's, you know what? Undefeated is strong. Undefeated is strong. Specifically, the performance video. I really like it. And I'm like, oh, they did, you know, a collaboration in a way where it's like they still got to show their personalities, right? Like XG was able to sort of pop out and be like, yeah, we're here, we're XG, you know? They go crazy, right? They have some crazy beats on it, some crazy raps. It's not quite a banger for me, and it's one of the lesser things where I'm like, you know, I'm not listening to it as much as I am the rest of XG's tracks, but it is strong. Ooh, okay. Something Ain't Right. Something Ain't Right is absolutely an obsession. It is absolutely an obsession. I've been obsessed with that. Just the fact that we get to hear so many vocal parts, right? As you guys know, I'm a big I'm a vocal bias, right? So getting to hear even Jurin and Maya, you know, it would have been absolutely perfect if they let Harvey sing. If Harvey sang on this and you had all of them singing parts, I would have been like, bro, yeah. But I've been absolutely obsessed with Something Ain't Right. If you know, you know. If you know, you know is probably going to go in the good category. And I think it's more so to do with, again, the chorus. You know, the chorus is not, it's just not there for me as much as some of these other ones. I love the choreo. I think the choreo's, you know, great. I love, like, the individual parts that the girls get. But the chorus just, I'm like, okay, this is fun. You know, it's fun, but it's not elevating to me any more than where it's at. So there you go. But I will say, in the good category, it's top, right? It's at the top of the list. Howling. Oh, Howling's tough. Howling's tough. Where do I want to put Howling? And you know what? No, do I... Is that... Yeah, I would say so far that's... I would maybe... Do I want to move Something Ain't Right just slightly above New Dance? No, I think that's good. Howling's a banger. Howling's a banger. And... I think I might... Ooh, where are we gonna put it? Because it's either gonna go here or here. But I don't know if it's more of a banger for me than Woke Up, or if it's just slightly less of a banger. But it is in fact a certified banger. I think, just based off of how much I've been listening to it and watching reactions to it, it's gonna stay there between Shooting Star and Woke Up. Just takes a little bit of that lead on Woke Up. But man, it's a banger. It is a banger. Okay. In the Rain. In the Rain. No. In the Rain is going to be a banger for me, probably towards the end. See, it gives me, obviously, what I want the most, which is that sort of left-right R&B, Winter Without You, you know, and it gives me Harvey singing, it gives me all the girls having a singing part, but it doesn't quite get to the same levels as, like, an Obsession. But man, let me tell you, hoo-wee. Okay. Is This Love? Is This Love, I would put in probably the good category, at the top of the good category. It's good. I listened to it again probably the least out of a lot of these other tracks. I listened to it, actually no, and if I'm being really honest, it's probably here. Because I like Is This Love, it's good, but I don't know, it's like, it doesn't hit the heights that I would want it to in order to move up the ladder, right? And trust me, I've thought about this. I've really thought about this, because first I was like, well, there's no way I'm going to put like a bad or a meh category for XG, because it's not a thing right now. And who knows, maybe one day it'll happen where they come out with a track and I'm just like, I'm not really feeling this one. Who knows? But as of yet, they have not for me. So I think this is the list right here. This is the tier list. We've got Left, Right, Winter Without You, New Dance, and Something Ain't Right in Obsessed, which is 100% true. Bangers, we got Shooting Star, Howling, Woke Up, Puppet Show, and In the Rain. Strong, we got Undefeated, Girl Gang, and Tippy Toes. And then in good, we have If You Know, You Know, Is This Love, TGIF, and Mascara. So that is where I'm at. Let me know. Do you have, where would you put tracks? Do you love them all equally? Are there some you downright just hate? Do you have your own list? Let me know in the comments below. But that was it for this XG, kind of XG related video. Like I said, I'll get back to more 3 meals a day tomorrow, and we'll continue our XG journey. So thank you for checking this out. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you next time. Peace.